Okay, so we're going to get started on PortraitFL, and I always like to start on the nose because it's the easiest part, and then we'll go to the lips, and we'll probably call it quits at that point on this first video. So we're going to call this video PortraitFL Nose and Lips. Um, the first thing on the nose is less is more, so you only want a few lines in this area here. Definitely do not want to try to draw any of the lines in your actual bridge of your nose because it tends to make the nose look bigger than it really is. So we're just going to stick to the nostrils and the flares, the outside edges of the nose, the lower part of the nose only. Uh, also, we've got this area here that we'll use when we do the eyes, and that will help define the nose. But we definitely don't want to do anything with the bridge, just kind of the end of the nose. All right, so we got to get our settings going for our pen tool. So we know we want no fill when we start using the pen tool, no fill. And I'm going to set my color to black, and I'm going to keep this at 1 point. This time, instead of at 4 points, we'll just make some subtle lines, 4-point stroke size, okay? And they'll be black right now. All right, so I'm going to zoom in to the part of the nose I want. So let's talk about that a little bit. We've got the zoom tool, and I believe it's Z for the zoom tool, okay, on the keyboard. And you just put it where you want to zoom in at, and just start clicking at that spot, and it will zoom in. So go right there. Can anybody guess who this is? Anyways, you want to definitely zoom in. That's probably good right there. It's actually a good zoom. And we're going to go to the pen tool, so P for the pen tool. And I'm just going to do a couple of open paths around the nostrils here. So I'm going to click and drag out. And maybe come here, right about so. Okay, right about there. And P, click P on that. Come here, it just looks like she has a little bit of a line right here. I'm not gonna, don't put lines where there are no lines on your face, on the picture, on the layer below. Okay, never add a line because you think you should have a line there. If you don't see one, don't put it because it won't look like you otherwise. All right, so actually, just got a little bit going here. And I'm just gonna follow through. Hold down that Option key. Boom, P. Okay. And now I'm going to get this area right here. So I'm going to click drag up. I always like to go clockwise. And P. So just a bunch of open paths. I'm going to click on the selection tool, click out so I can kind of see. And you'll do this. You'll go to layer 1 where that's locked, remember from yesterday, and you'll click on that eye, and you'll start looking and seeing what that looks like. Okay. Believe it or not, I could probably call that done for now. Come back to it later if I want to put in this little shadow here. I might do that right now, actually. So let me go back to the pen tool. Oops, not the type tool, the pen tool. So I'm using my mouse. And I'm just going to go ahead and drag a little line right there. I might get rid of that later, but for now. Oops, what did I do? I turned off the wrong one. Yeah, I don't know if I need that. Definitely going to make that smaller. Okay, so let's talk about lines and styles of lines now that you are doing this project. So I'm going to go back to the selection tool. I'm going to click on this line. And remember I made at one point, that's a pretty thick line for a face line, especially when it's not really much there. So I'm going to drop this down to 0.5. In fact, I'm going to do that with all of the nose lines because they're soft. You want to make those lines softer. Actually, you know what? me try something else. And Command Z. Okay, and let's just make that one 0.5. Okay, these, I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to click on the line. So I'm selecting it with the selection tool. And I'm going to go over here where it says uniform. I'm going to click and drop that down. I'm going to go with this width profile 1. It looks like that. I'm going to do that to all my lines. Width profile 1. And that gives it a pointy end to the end of the open path. So now when I click out and look at it, oops, did it again. Ah, that looks better, doesn't it? Looks pretty cool. Looks like an artist did it. Okay, so that's the nose. Now, I'm going to go and scoot down a little bit and work on the mouth. So to scoot down, if I ever hold the space, when I hold the space bar down, it becomes the hand tool, and that allows me to move around the image. Okay, so I don't have to necessarily zoom out and zoom back into the mouth. I can just scoot it up a little bit. When I let go of the space bar, it goes back to the tool you had selected, which we had selected, the selection tool. See that? Space bar, a hands-on tool. No space bar, the tool you have clicked. Well, now we're going to click P for the pen tool. And I would say that the lips look a lot like a heart. And we worked on the heart. So let's get started. I'm going to click, hold, and drag up. I'm going to come out here. Actually, right about there. Click, hold, and drag just a little. Come here. Click, hold, and drag a little. Let's go back. I got a little handle there again. And I want to hold the Option key and swing in. Actually, up here high. And that's how you can get a little bit of that reverse thing going there. Right, like so. Ooh, almost perfect right there, huh? Get it right up to there. Okay. This is working out good. And finally, we'll just click to close the path. All right. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, seems like I got it. Again, if I want to make some adjustments, and I'm sure you need to, click on the direct select tool, or A for anchor. Wake up those anchor points. Go to the handles, and if you hold the Option key, you just can affect change to that particular handle. Looking in here, that's when Option key, and do I just pull it down just a little bit like so. Oops, I made a copy of it, so let me delete that. Okay. That's alright, I guess. Maybe work on this a little bit. No, that's the wrong one. Try that one. Okay, guess that's close. Alright, so now I want to get a line going. I need to get like another curved area inside here to get the outer edge or the inner edge of the lips. So, where are we at? 9 minutes. I gotta hurry. Okay, it's gonna come off a little bit. I don't even have to move too much. Just working my way around. Oops. Delete that. Oops, try that again. Come back here. Option, swing up. Try it again. Option, swing up. Let go of the mouse first. Option, swing up. Just get a little bit of this. You might find you don't want to do all this detail. You could just make it a smoother line if you want. That's fine too. It's just the mouth. All right, so or in other words, I could just do this now. And finish it off there like that. All right, so selection tool, click out, and I'm going to turn off, and there we go. Yeah, I would probably work on the lips, but we do have a closed path now inside here, and an inner closed path too. So it could make it easier to do. Red lips or whatever color lips by just filling. And then definitely white to fill inside of this. So I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to do it again. I just want to show you. I want to make it smoother, make it quicker here. So I'm just going to go like that, swing it around a little, come back down, come back here, come up here. Option key to swing it around. And, ooh boy. Selection, direct select tool. And let's, you know what? Let's try that again. Let's do that again. Let's get rid of all that stuff. Okay, back to the pen tool. Trying this again. I got rid of everything. I didn't want to get everything. Just wanted to get this. Okay, and that. There. Something happened over here. There we go. I think I'm good now. Okay. Back to the pen tool. And let's just kind of get this done. Why I'm showing you this is because I want you to realize that you can continue to try it. Doesn't work, doesn't look like you. Get rid of it, try it again. Okay, so I'm just going to try that. We'll go with that. See what that looks like. I don't know, I think I like the older one or earlier, but let's see. That's okay. That's working for me. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and select all those lines and make those lines half a point. So keep working on this. It's not bad actually. Let me do a Command 0 and turn this off, and you can kind of see how this is already starting to look like a Marilyn Monroe or a you or a me. Okay? All right. So Command S, get into this. Feel free to get into this and just work until the bell startles you and it's time to go to your next class. All right. Also, when you're done with this, if you're done with all your work, then you can go to my website, our website, and you go to links and try out this Bezier tool game. And go ahead and get started and go ahead, run through the tutorial, and then try to do the more difficult one. See how far you can get. All right. If you're not done with other work, then I want you to be working on catching up. All right. Good luck.